Welcome to my 5-minute makeup routine. You're going to start with your Seint customized palette and tap your brush into your main highlight first. I like to apply this color to all of kind of the areas where I could potentially grow like facial hair on my face. So all around my jawline, my chin, my lip. If you have any kind of darker spots, you can color correct them. Here I just have a bit of veining on my cheek that needs a little bit of excess color just to kind of neutralize that before I put anything over top of it with my cheek color. So I'm still just kind of blending this in. Now I'm going to take, this is called Frenchie. This is a lip and cheek color, but I'm color correcting these dark blue spots under my eyes. And to color correct, we need to use a color just as dark before we put our brightening highlight underneath our eyes here. So you can see that I'm just gently tapping it on, especially if you have mature skin. You want to make sure that you tap it on and not just smear it, because that tends to accentuate any texture that you may have. So this brightening highlight I take in a V shape down from the corner of my eye and out. And then you can also take it behind your eyes if you'd like, if you have a little bit of darkness back there. I also like to use it as an eyeshadow primer. I take it down my nose and the center of my forehead. Then I'm going to tap into my contour color. This is Astoria, and we're just basically creating some shadows to accentuate different features on our face. So I take mine under my cheekbones. I also like to contour my nose. It makes it look a little bit thinner, drawing those lines fairly close together. And then around my forehead as well, onto my temples. And this also just helps minimize the size of my forehead. Under my chin as well will help chisel out my jaw and help kind of hide any sort of looser skin under there. And I also like to contour my lower lip. It just gives me a little bit more of a pout. Now I'm taking my blush and bronzer brush and I'm just lightly using circular motions to blend that color together. And just make sure I don't have any harsh lines on my face. In case there's any excess color anywhere, it's just going to soften that up. You can see my one eye looks like I've got a little bit more of the brightener on it, so I'm just going to soften that look up a little bit. And I'm going to apply some bronzer. So this is a step that you can use if you prefer, especially in the summertime. I like to add a little bit more warmth to my face. So I'm taking that kind of on the high points of my face, wherever you could potentially get a sunburn or you're going to kind of look sun-kissed. So center of my forehead, top of my cheekbones, my chin, my nose. And then I also like to take it down my neck because our neck doesn't tan very well. So that'll just help blend the colors together. Now I'm going to take my lip and cheek color. So these are dual purpose. You can actually use them as eyeshadows as well, but put a little on my lip as well as on my cheek. This color that I'm using here is called Desert Sunset. So the idea with this makeup is to place the colors side by side, not layering them so much on top of each other. And then you get that one layer light feel to your makeup. Now I'm taking Illuminator, which is a highlighter basically, just to draw some extra attention to areas of your face where you want it to look like the sun will hit and accentuate. So cheekbones, Cupid's bow on my lip, tip of my nose, underneath my eyebrows. And then you can add your eyeshadows. I'm taking a lighter color on the inner corner here called Sabrina. I like to take lighter colors in the inner corner because it tends to pop my eyes open a little more. I have hooded eyes, and that light color just helps open them up. The center of my eyelid here, I'm using a color called Crush with my eyeshadow brush. And then in the outer corner, this color here is called Gilded, and I like using a darker color on the outer corner to contrast the lighter color in the inner corner. It also helps just kind of pop my eye open, make my eyes look a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to take the other side of my brush and just kind of blend those colors in so we don't have any harsh lines. I'm gonna set my makeup here. I find setting my makeup with a little bit of powder just helps minimize any kind of transfer of my makeup, as well as just making sure that that makeup stays in place. I like the powder because it does mattify some areas that might tend to look a little bit shiny, and our Stay Spray also works really well for setting. And I do that before my mascara because I find it helps stop any transfer with my mascara. And then we're done.